LoreWarrior Online MS1-0 Men Shen. Overview. The first Capellan-produced Omnimech, the Men Shen is based on the successful Raven design. Hellspawn Industries, which also produces the Raven, acquired the necessary technology through trade agreements with Kaliyama Weapons Industries of the Free World League. The Men Shen also relies heavily on advanced sensor and ECM technologies. The mech was named by Chancellor Sun Tzu Liao in a speech at the mech's unveiling, when he said that this new Omnimech will act as a Men Shen for the Confederation, protecting us all from enemies. Men Shen are door gods from ancient China, who are said to protect houses from evil. Capabilities. With its fast speed and Beagle active probe, the Men Shen makes a perfect scout, though its considerable firepower and solid armor protection also allow it to hold its own in a stand-up fight. 4 medium pulse lasers and an LRM-15, augmented by Artemis fire control, make the primary configuration of the Men Shen a dangerous opponent at all ranges. The mech's other configurations are equally dangerous regardless of range, except for the C variant, which is designed for close-in assault and carries a Guardian ECM suite to help it close on the enemy. In addition to several Free World League weapon systems that appear on various configurations of the Men Shen, the mech also features the new Capella-made LBX Type 2 autocannon, giving this weapon system a powerful debut. Deployment. A lance of Men Shens have been delivered to each of the Capellan warrior houses, and the Death Commandos may have received some as well. The next shipment is expected to go to units stationed on Capellan Confederation borders. So, yes, the Men Shen, a 55-tonner. It's an endosteel chassis with a 330XL power plant. Its cruise speed is 65, its max speed is 97, although with its mask active, which it fails to mention actually in the write-up, it can go 130 kph. It has standard armor with no jump jets. Its armament is around 17 tons of pod space. It's manufactured by Hellspawn Industries on Cyan, and its communication system is unknown, but its targeting and tracking is a Beagle active probe. So, this translates into a mech with a walk of 6 and a run of 9, 12 with mask active. It has 10 double heat sinks for 20 sinking. Its center torso armor is 26, its head is 9, it has 7 on the CT rear, it has 20 armor on each side torso with 6 on the rear, its arms have 17 and its legs have 24 armor in total. The rest of it though, primary configuration as it says is 2 medium pulses in the left arm and 2 medium pulses in the right arm with the LRM-15 in the right torso with the Artemis fire control and a whole 8 shots of ammunition there. So it's a pretty short engagement factor there, but still an LRM-15 and 4 medium pulses is pretty good actually, especially when you factor in the Artemis will give you that extra boost to how many missiles are hitting, and the pulses will make it easier to hit in the first place. So yeah, it's actually pretty nasty. Alternate configuration Alpha mounts a tag laser in the head with 3 ER medium lasers in the left arm and an LB-10 in the right torso with 20 shots. Not too bad. So the tag is obviously there to help lance mates, while it closes in to get pretty good hits on targets, especially with the LB. The B configuration mounts a pair of LB-2s, one in each arm with 45 shots of ammo split between them. The ammo being mounted in the left torso, and then it has 2 ER mediums in the left torso and 2 ER mediums in the right torso. So again, 4 lasers with a pair of LBs, not a bad setup, especially for its speed. The C configuration, which it says is a more close-in fighter, has a ER small laser in the head with 2 large pulses, one in each arm, the Guardian ECM in the right torso, and an extra double heatsink in the right torso. I'm not quite sure what the extra one's going to do, but I suppose it's better than nothing. And finally, the D configuration is 2 SRM-4s, one in each arm, with 25 shots of ammunition mounted in the left torso, and 2 medium pulse lasers in the left torso, but as the big hitter at the end, it's got a ER-PPC in the right torso, with another extra double heatsink. So yeah, visually it definitely evokes the Raven. It has a lot of similarities there visually, but it's got a very bizarre leg array. You can imagine this has a very weird loping gait when it gets going. But it has a low profile as well, which means in universe it can probably take advantage of a lot of cover around it. It ain't the prettiest mech, and I definitely hope that with some of the more recent visual redesigns and updates that the mechs from 3060 will get some of this better treatment, because by god, it's difficult as a sell, especially when this was the TRO, if I remember correctly, that started to add in a lot of more faction-specific kind of mechs, obviously, with a lot of the Capellan stuff. And there are some good designs, they just look kind of naff, which is a shame because the Men Shen's got some great builds, and it's certainly something that I wouldn't complain about if that was the mech I rolled first on a random table to take, or if it was one that I managed to get as something for a character in like the tabletop RPG or something. It's a pretty solid design. I do like how the art seems to suggest there are like machine guns or something between the barrels there on the arms. That's a bit weird. Let's double check the build. Yes, it's pulse load. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they're supposed to be, but they're there. It's not the coolest looking mech or anything, but it's definitely versatile when you factor in that it's got mask, it's relatively quick, it's got pretty decent weapons, it can stay at range if it needs to for a few rounds, and yeah, it doesn't like it wouldn't overheat in the alpha configuration, or sorry, the primary configuration very quickly. So yeah, it's not too bad. It can take a few hits. I suppose a lot of people are always scared about XL engines on mechs, but it's also one of those ones that doesn't bother to bring case unnecessarily, because yeah, if it loses a side torso, case ain't gonna do shit for you. But yeah, I mean, Beagle Probe is pretty useful as well, obviously allowing you to detect targets through adjacent walls and hexes just to make it a bit easier. And I suppose, yes, if you were going for if you had it set up for the C configuration, you've got that ECM to just protect you as you get a bit closer, especially with those twin large pulses. That's quite nasty. It's like 18 damage if you hit with both. That's quite powerful. So yeah, that's enough of me rambling for a while. That's the Men Shen. So thank you everyone for listening. If you do have the TRO, I didn't skip the Marshal. Actually, there's one about the Marshal a couple of years back. So yeah, it just doesn't have me doing the old post ramble. But there is plans. I will one day, once I finish all the TRO stuff from the original books, I probably will go back and redo all of them I'll go chronologically, so 2750, I'll go back through the TROs and yeah, to have a bit of a ramble at the end, just so there's consistency throughout. But yeah, until then, I'll catch you all next time. Thanks for listening, as always, and have a good weekend, wherever you might be listening to it. So yeah, bye.